Hello everyone. So this is your host Lavin Sharma. So just to reiterate, like I have recently started an initiative to help the life sciences students, uh, who are in dilemma whether to pursue their higher studies or whether to join the corporate world. So with that objective, I have started a podcast kind of thing where I'll be reaching out and calling professionals from various backgrounds, like from the patent industry, from the data analytics industry, business analytics industry, and we will be having a discussion like how we can help the life sciences students to come out of this dilemma. So to begin with, today I have a very special guest with me, Nikita Sharma. So hi Nikita, thank you so much
Hi,
for
Ravi.
taking out time from your busy schedule. Nikita, let's hear it from you. So, like, could you please introduce yourself to our audience and give a quick overview of your academic background?
Hi everyone. My name is Nikita, and I have graduated in BTech Biotechnology from Delhi Technological University. Last 2022, I was graduated. So yes, I completed my BTech in Biotech. After moving forward, I have joined the Smart Cube, which is a WNS company, and I have been working from last 1.6 months, approximately 1 year and 6 months here. So, precisely talking about me, I was actually interested in doing research. I wanted to get into research line. I have a lot of papers published in and out. I did McGill intern, which is also in research line. But ultimately, yes, I have landed into a consulting firm working as a data analyst here, handling the pharmaceutical projects in and out. So, yeah, this is me in a nutshell.
Okay, that's really amazing. Thank you so much for for a quick introduction about yourself. So Nikita, like अभी मैं I have been following you since a long time. So मैं check कर रहा था आपका LinkedIn, like you keep on posting very relevant information with respect to data analytics field, and आप बहुत ज़्यादा actively लोगों को बताते हो कि जो confusion students face करते हैं. So I just want to know कि एज आई कुड सी ऑन योर लिंक्डइन कि आपको आफ्टर योर ग्रेजुएशन आपको बहुत सारे यूनिवर्सिटीज से ऑफर्स मिले टू परस्यू योर हायर स्टडीज. सो वो कंफ्यूजन, लाइक आप भी उस सिचुएशन में रहे होगे. सो हाउ डिड यू कम आउट फ्रॉम दैट पर्टिकुलर सिचुएशन और डिलेमा कि यार मैं इंडिया में रह के कॉर्पोरेट ज्वाइन करूं या इंडिया में रह के गेट से मास्टर्स करूं या एमबीए करूं या फिर बाहर जाके अपनी हायर स्टडीज को परस्यू करूं? आपने कैसे अपना माइंडसेट और क्लैरिटी गेन की?
So, for me, from the start, I wanted to get into a pharmaceutical company or I wanted to get into a medical firm. So for me, I wanted to be a doctor, but unfortunately, I landed into BTech. Okay. Then I started talking with my professors. They were telling me कि there are different research lines where you can get deeper into your career line. And I just started working on my review paper. And then luckily, there's a platform called as MyTax.
Okay.
So where you got an opportunity to go Canada and work under those university under the professors for 3 months. So for me, I got the offer. The professor selected me for McGill University, which is in Canada, and luckily I was just going forward to get into Canada, but due to COVID, yes, वो पूरा virtual हुआ. So
Okay.
this is from where my research journey started, and then till for the last year when I was in last year, everyone was rushing for the placement season. So, but for me, I was thinking like मेरे को आगे जाके masters करना है. I wanted to be in research line. So my focus was quite straightforward. Ki this is what I wanted to get into research line. But due to some reasons, I had to skip 2022 में ही like when I was graduated. Then in 2022, I was not able to get into master's program due to some my family issues. So I applied for TOEFL and whatever the GRE scores, which was required in 22 only. And then again, I reapplied for my master's program. And yes, I
Okay.
got approximately six offers from US, UK, and Europe.
Okay.
But there was a time, like there's a prestigious university, Technical University of Denmark, from
Okay.
which I got the offer and was very lucky to get into that university. Then I started talking with the like with my networks and other people who are there in the university. And at that point of time, I just realized that there's a recession wave also, which is going in the US, because over like then you generally need to talk with your alumni who are there in those university, or either any person who is pursuing or who is doing the job, to understand what is the job market.
Absolutely.
So recession, as per them, I got to know that as of now recession is at peak and people are not getting the job which they need. Apart from that, second thing is, the if you are not getting the scholarship, or if you are not getting any kind of funding specifically in life science sector, then I don't feel, and I don't personally believe that you need to take a loan or any other thing to get into your master's program.
Okay.
Because if you will see in US, major health sector is in US. And if you wanted to study there, you'll need to have somewhere around 50 lakh. That is your fees, apart from your expenses. So
Okay.
that is a burden that I feel like I'll be restricted. I don't have the individuality or the freedom to work. And
Okay.
secondly, I need to do research. Ultimately, my top to down approach is to do the research. And talking with the PhD and other research scholars, they told me that for research you don't need to pay. In
Okay.
fact, you will get it done. So that is the point why I started thinking कि मुझे just जाना चाहिए नहीं जाना चाहिए. Meanwhile, I was working as a data analyst in my company, and the project I'm working with the client, that is quite interesting. Like the building from the scratch, how to understand what is a business, or how like you have to deal with the consulting with your data. That
Okay.
is the point where I realized that this is the field where I need to go. And
Okay.
then yes, I have dropped my plan A, that was going into masters for abroad
Okay.
studies.
Okay. Okay. Your journey has been a quite a roller coaster ride. Like बहुत सारे
Yeah.
confusions रहे होंगे, but ultimately आपने वो face किया, and right now you are doing amazing in your career field. So Nikita, moving on to the another question, like अगर मैं DA इंडस्ट्री की बात करूं, डेटा एनालिटिक्स इंडस्ट्री की बात करूं, so from a biotech या फिर लाइफ साइंसेज स्टूडेंट के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से, how is this industry related to them, and how can a biotech student relate to the data analytics industry? Could share your experience on this?
Yeah, sure. So, Levin, in our biotech field, we have another segmented field, that is bioinformatics. So, as of now, that industry is not that booming in India, but yes, it is in demand. So, if any person is having hands-on on R, Python, or any other computing language, then they can definitely get into bioinformatics. But yes, as of now in Indian market, the demand is not that great. Apart from that, if you wanted to get into DA field or data analytical field or any analytical field, you just need not to be from a com science background. For
Okay.
me, I'm not from a com science background, but I started learning quite specific tools which are required in analytical field. If any XYZ person, she or he is not from com science background, or he or she is from a life science background where computer science or any other coding language is not we have to learn or we have to deal with, then yes, there are other things that they can learn. There are other tools which does not require that much of coding language. They just
Okay.
require the sense of understanding the logical building, which I guess you can learn easily or you can develop easily with the time by solving the case studies. So
Okay.
that is the thing. Working on the case studies, working with the different skills, working on the different tools, learning them, you can be a data analyst easily. So it's not
Okay.
required to have a certain degree to get a DA or to get into a DA profile.
Okay. Okay. Good to know. So moving on to another question, Nikita, like could you tell our audience, like about the non-technical skills or the soft skills that are required to for somebody to establish in the data analytics industry first, and another about the exact roadmap or about the exact pathways data biotech or pharma student can implement to get into this industry?
Yeah. So for example, talking about the non-technical skills, if you are on a BTech or a BSc graduate in biotech, then obviously you won't be getting a training or any exposure to non-technical skill. For example, dealing with the product life cycle of a drug, or even understanding how that data point will be implemented into your project, or any consulting thing that we known as like business consulting or any market research thing. We as a like BTech or biotech graduates does not need to work on these things, but to get into these kind of field, either in business analyst, either in data analyst, you will need to work on your market understanding skill first thing, research and understanding thing, your data points, how you will be analyzing a data, कैसे data sets को up, how will you cross functionally working with different data sets.
Okay.
And talking about non-technical skills, there are a lot of case studies. For example, if you are going with कि कैसे एक particular company अपना revenue कैसे increase कर रही है, what are the points कि वो drawback में downgrade हो रहा है. For example, I have a company Pfizer, and they are coming that this drug is not in the market as of now. Like इसकी demand थी but अभी नहीं है. There can be n number of reason. The reason can be कि कोई और competitor आया है market में and they are selling at a good or cheaper price. तो इस वजह
Okay.
से हो गया. सेकेंड कैन बी जो उन्होंने पेटेंट लूज कर दिया एंड अदर जेनरिक ड्रग्स आर इन द मार्केट. सो दिस इज द पॉइंट लाइक हाउ यू विल अंडरस्टैंड कि क्या रिक्वायरमेंट है, क्या कैसे तुम डील आउट करोगे एक पर्टिकुलर थिंग को, दैट यू कैन रिजॉल्व बाय डूइंग अ लॉट ऑफ केस स्टडीज और गेस्टिमेट्स टू जस्ट बिल्ड अ लॉजिकल सेंस कि कैसे
Okay.
लॉजिकली एक बिजनेस वर्क करता है. देन टॉकिंग अबाउट प्रोडक्ट कि कैसे प्रोडक्ट साइकिल वर्क करती है डिफरेंट ड्रग्स की, एंड विद डेटा you need to work with different data sets. For example, there are already built visualization projects on YouTube or any Kaggle. You can see easily, specifically in healthcare sector. There are n number of projects on COVID. So आप उन projects को extract कर सकते हो. You can work on those projects on those data sets and can play around those data sets. So it's about the playing कि कैसे तुम्हारे पास data आता है. For example, I have A, B, C, D, E different files of data set and how you will be extracting the information to make a representative thing जो
Okay.
आपके further stakeholders देखेंगे. So
Okay.
for me, case studies, guesstimates, and playing with the data and doing projects, that is the key to get into this field.
Okay.
And talking about the roadmap for initially या पर्सन जिसको कोई बैकग्राउंड नॉलेज नहीं है, कंप्यूटर नहीं, कोडिंग नहीं आती, किसी तरह का कोई टूल चलाना नहीं आता, द फर्स्ट प्राइमरी थिंग विल बी कि एक्सेल सीखो, इंटरमीडिएट लेवल तक एक्सेल सीखो विद एच लुकअप, वी लुकअप, पिवट, एंड कैसे तुम डेटा सेट्स को आपस में मर्ज कर सकते हो, व्हाट
Okay.
हाउ डिफरेंट डेटा सेट्स यू कैन कंबाइन एंड देन एक्सट्रैक्ट कर सकते हो इंफॉर्मेशन. फर्स्ट थिंग विल बी एक्सेल. Second thing will be either learning SQL or ClickView, because that is how you will be working on other data sources. Because
Okay.
we have open end data sources जहाँ पे information डली होती है, तो SQL, ClickView, through these tools you can easily work out. Third thing
Okay.
will be Tableau. Learning about Tableau, that is the visualization tool, because you have the data now. आपको interpret करके एक dashboarding दिखाएंगे कि कैसे dashboard होगा, because there are different companies, for example Amgen, Moderna, Pfizer, which work on dashboarding because
Okay.
they are working on contract manufacturing as well. तो उनको देखना होता है कि कैसे dashboarding work करेगी, कैसे how they can segregate things out. So
Okay.
Tableau is in demand that a person can easily learn because उसमें कुछ नहीं होता. Tableau and SQL में there's joins that you can work. Joins अगर सीख लिया, for me I think joins अगर सीख लिया and select statements तुमने अच्छे से iterated statements learn कर ली in SQL, then
Okay.
you can have a good command. And learning SQL, Tableau doesn't mean कि hacker rank पे जाके बैठ के तुम certification courses कर लो. It means कि you have to build the project from scratch by your own hand, because it will require your logical building, and obviously आप अपना खुद sense बना सकते हो. तो अगर खुद काम on live project करोगे, then only you will be able to achieve something in that particular tool. And lastly is
Agree.
Power BI. Power
Okay.
BI is also in demand for visualization. So for me, अगर ये चार tools easily आते हैं, I'm not talking about coding. Coding रिक्वायर होती है, बट देयर आर रोल्स जहाँ पे कोडिंग रिक्वायर नहीं होती, बट दीज 4 थिंग्स आर रिक्वायर्ड, एक्सेल, SQL, टैबलू एंड पावर बीआई। अगर ये 4 स्किल्स लर्न करी तो यू कैन इजीली गेट इनटू डीए फील्ड, नो वन
Okay.
कैन at least stop you to get into DA field.
Great, great,
So
great.
these will be the roadmap. And yes, of course, doing projects and solving case studies. That will balance your thing.
Okay, thank you so much for that detailed रिस्पॉन्स कि आपने पूरा रोड मैप, पूरा नॉन टेक्निकल से लेकर सॉफ्ट स्किल्स और जितनी भी हमारी टेक्निकल स्किल सेट रिक्वायर्ड है वो आपने सारा बहुत डिटेल में बताया. सो लाइक मूविंग ऑन टू द आवर लास्ट क्वेश्चन. सो Nikita, like if a person who is pursuing his BTech, so let's say like कीपिंग अप असाइड कि उसका ऑन कैंपस प्लेसमेंट हो रहा है कि ऑफ कैंपस प्लेसमेंट हो रहा है, सो जस्ट ऑन अ ब्रॉडर लेवल कैन यू शेयर कि like down the lane how much growth any particular any student from the biotech can expect in this particular DA industry, or the starting level of salary a particular student can expect in this DA industry.
So talking about the growth, अगर आप DA फील्ड में हो या डेटा के किसी भी फील्ड में हो, तो डेटा इज द फील्ड जो कभी नहीं खत्म नहीं हो सकता, ठीक है? बिकॉज कितना भी ज्यादा तुम काम कर लो, कितनी भी नंबर ऑफ इंडस्ट्रीज बना लो, डेटा विल बी द थिंग दैट विल बी देयर. So job will not be eliminating at any point. So you will have a definite growth. बढ़ते ही रहोगे. It won't be a नीचे वाला ग्राफ नहीं होगा. It will be an upgrading graph only. Second, talking about the salary bracket. अगर if you are not from a com science background and from a chemical or a biomedical or a bioengineering or a biotech background, specifically in like grouping in a life science background,
Mhm.
you can have or you can expect a salary bracket ranging from 7.5 to 9. But again,
Okay.
it will completely depend on skill sets that you will be having. If you have a good skill sets, then obviously you can make above 9. But yes, on a minimum level, अगर चारों skills में से कोई भी दो skills आती है, then definitely you can get into a good job with 7.5 LPA.
Okay.
So this will be the range for life science background.
Okay, great, great. That is, we can assume that this could be considering the fact that our life sciences student for especially for a fresher, this is less rewarding in India as of now. मतलब अभी वो growth और वो exponential curve नहीं आया है अभी भी. So this ये जो salary bracket आपने बताया, this seems really fascinating from a BTech or graduate point of view. So thank you so much for the for taking out time, like, and I would like to end this discussion like again thanking you. And to our audience I would like to say that Nikita keeps on posting such relevant information on her LinkedIn account. So I would suggest everyone who is watching our video and who is taking benefit out of this video, you should follow her. आप वो बहुत सारे आपको प्लेटफॉर्म्स भी बताते हैं जहां से आप अपनी डेटा एनालिटिक्स में अपना करियर पाथ स्टार्ट कर सकते हो, इंटर्नशिप से लेकर लाइक शी इज पोस्टिंग द different tools from where you can learn these technical and non-technical skills. So it was great pleasure talking to you, Nikita. Have a wonderful
Thank you
day.
so much, Naman.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye
Same
bye.
to you. Thank you so much. Bye bye.